So I ate meat my entire life up until the age of 32. And then I started this all fruit diet. A frugivore, you might say. And this is the science behind why. Everyone says digestion starts in the mouth. Well, why does it start in the mouth? Because it doesn't start in the mouth with everything. The reason digestion starts in the mouth is because of an enzyme called amylase, and this breaks down complex carbohydrates into simple carbohydrates. Because our body can't use complex carbohydrates or protein. It has to be broken down into complex carbs have to be broken down into monosaccharides, and protein has to be broken down into amino acids. And then when you look at the stomach, we have these things called villi and microvilli, and they are responsible for nutrient absorption. But when you eat protein, specifically animal protein, what happens is this protein bounces off the walls of the intestines, knocking off this villi and microvilli that are responsible for nutrient absorption. And lo and behold, these villi and microvilli absorb aqueous solutions. What is fruit? Fruit is like 80% water. That's an aqueous solution that is a monosaccharide that is filled with amino acids. This is how the body's natural process of absorbing nutrients is supposed to work. It's all there printed out for you. Why else would you have amylase that breaks down starts breaking down the process of complex carbs? Because our body's not supposed to break anything down after you ingest it. It's supposed to be ready as above, so below, right? You eat fruits, they're monosaccharides, no digestion needed. You skip digestion, you stay in a fasted state. They contain the amino acids that everyone's like, oh, you need your protein, but protein is not real. Your body can't use protein at all. It has to be broken down into amino acids. So you get all of that with fruit. And I know people are like, oh, but well, you don't have B12. The only reason that you need B12 is if you eat animal products, because that creates, what's it called? The intrinsic factor. And the B12 needs to bind with the intrinsic factor, but that only is produced when you eat meat. So when you take that out of the equation, B12 is not that important, and B12 is produced in the colon. So when you don't need the B12 to bind with the intrinsic factor, what happens then? Let me know, doctors. Let me know, nurses. Let's figure this out. Let's get to the bottom of this. Let's get to the truth. Because I'm realizing that nobody knows anything in this world anymore. So if this subject interests you, I wrote not just one, but I wrote 2 books on the subject. If you guys want a copy, they're available on my website as an ebook and as the real book. Peace and love, y'all. Yeah.